Hello, and welcome to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel. And it's another live episode here today. I do apologize, just getting my screen sorted here. And yeah, in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you what the secret is to making money online. Now, this is I don't like using the word secret. It's not a secret, but I know that there are many people out there who make I don't know, you say snake oil salesman, that's not really true, but they exploit this secret in order to sell ebooks for hundreds, if not thousands of pounds, to sell 2-day events with ticket prices in the thousands of pounds. And ultimately, the secret or the key, should I say, to making money online is very simple. And it's not easy. It's not something you can sort of do overnight. It does take work. It does take time. But I believe anyone can truly do it. I get asked a lot. I get asked, and maybe not even asked, but people come up to me and say, I'm so, you're really lucky you get to work online, or you can make money online, you run an online business. I couldn't do that. And my answer to them is always the same, or usually the same. There are a couple of instances where I've been like, yeah, you may struggle in really specific cases. But my answer is usually the same. It's, you absolutely could do this. You absolutely could make money online. There's nothing unique about me that makes me more able to do this than you. So in this episode, I wanted to share with you exactly why or exactly how you can make money online. So to kick things off, the secret or the key is simple: audience. You need to have an audience. You look at anyone online who has any modicum of success, whether, like I say, whether we're going to like the Gary Vaynerchuk, the Grant Cardone, Steve Bartlett, the likes of, again, in sort of celebrity circles, those like Dan Bilzerian, the poker player on Instagram. What makes these people so successful online is the sheer size of their audience. And that is the key. And that sounds really anticlimactic, but that is literally all you need in order to make money online. Because as soon as you have an audience, you then have the ability to monetize that audience. And the same applies to YouTube. You think about PewDiePie or KSI or Sidemen or any of the the young YouTubers, usually in like their early 20s, who are driving around in like McLarens and Aston Martins and BMW i8s. They all have millions of YouTube followers, and fair play to them, because what they've managed to do is create great content which attracts their audience, and then they've been able to sell products, usually their own merchandise, to them. And that's where, ignoring obviously the YouTube ad revenue, which again was a huge thing just months ago. But on top of that, they do their own things. They'd run their own meetups, their own events, sell their own merchandise. And that is just a perfect example of monetizing an audience. And once you have that audience, you can do things with the audience. So where do you get started, Dave? How do we go and build an audience? Well, that is the tough part. That is the bit which takes a lot of time. Well, no, again, it can vary, but it takes work for sure. And I would say the most obvious way where most people get started, if it isn't now YouTube, is with a blog. It's with building an email list. And you see, that's what makes email lists fantastic, is because it gives you permission to talk directly to your audience. You can have visits on your website, but you don't have permission to hit them directly when you have something to say. You have to rely on them coming to you. You can't go to them. So I would say, firstly, the key to growing an audience, the key to making money online is growing an audience. And how do you grow an audience? You have to build trust and I don't know, you have to sort of portray yourself so that the audience gets to know you and then trust you in whatever it is that you are talking about. So an example of that is within e-commerce. Again, in the business that I run with Matt, we, over the past 4 or 5 years, have managed to grow an audience of people who trust myself and Matt when it comes to e-commerce and now sort of entrepreneurship, because we've managed to build the business online. We've built something which hadn't really been done before in the e-commerce arena, and we've made it successful and able to make money. So building trust and sharing knowledge is how you're going to start off, by building that audience. And that's why for many, the blog is the obvious way to start. I right now think YouTube and video is by far a much better way of doing that, purely because you get to see me, you get to know me on a much more personal level. You get to see me and we can interact and we can talk. And right now, obviously, this is live. If people were watching live, you can join in a live chat, you can leave comments underneath, and we can go backwards and forwards, and you can email and all the rest of it. It feels much more personal on video, but I know it's not for everyone, and not everybody feels comfortable in the sort of video arena. So with that said, it's one of those. It's very much, it depends on who you are as a person. Video, I think, is where you'll see more success quicker. But if you're not comfortable doing video, then starting a blog or your own website is certainly the way to go. But you have to make sure you are collecting email addresses. If you incentivize them somehow, whether it be daily emails, keeping them up to date with the latest news, whether it be to get a free ebook or a slide deck or whatever it is, incentivize them to give you that email and give them value. And that is where the journey starts. Because, I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk once famously said, if you have 10 people who are genuinely interested in what you have to say, who generally care and generally are engaged with you, that's better than 1,000 people who don't care. So you want that. You don't just want numbers. Numbers can be vanity. Like I said, you'd rather have 100 people, 10 people who genuinely knew you and trusted you in what you said than 1,000 who don't really care. Because you need those people who are engaged with you, who know you and trust you. And that's where you can start to monetize the audience. And by monetize, it sounds like really cold and like you're trying to exploit them. And that is totally the opposite of what I mean. When it comes to monetizing the audience, this is your core audience that you are going to give value to. And in exchange for it, there may be monetary exchange in order for certain value products. So whether it goes, like I said, the easiest way to get started, blog, email, or YouTube, and giving value is ultimately the key here. Now, whether there's multiple ways that we can give value when making money online. We can go down the route of courses, which is something that myself and Matt do. We create content courses, video courses showing our audience how to do things within e-commerce. And that is one way. A membership site is a spin-off of that. And then again, you can collect emails and communicate, set up forums. And again, that audience gets to trust you over a period of time. But if video courses isn't your thing, there's products, there's services, and then there's also affiliates. Now, products and services are quite self-explanatory. If you're selling products, again, that's obviously where you're going to monetize it. If you can build an audience that is interested in your products, that is how you're going to win. Services, likewise, if you are building an audience, again, it's sort of like what I'm doing here, then doing sort of consultancy services or marketing services or any sort of business services like that is, again, a great way to sort of get yourself out there and win business through the blog, through the YouTube site. Now, the fourth one is affiliates, and this is something which Matt has done incredibly well, and I'll put a link at the end of this video, in the end, it's the last 20 seconds, you'll see a link to a video where Matt has made or generated over $60,000 worth of sales in just 6 months. I'm going to let you in on a little secret right now. We are very fastly approaching Matt's 12 months, and I'm going to ask him to do a follow-up on that because he's smashed. 60, you thought 60,000 was a lot in 6 months? Wait and see what he's done in 12. But yeah, and Matt has done that over on his channel purely through affiliates, by recommending products that he personally uses and likes. And then if people go and buy them through the links he puts in his description, he gets a little bit of kickback from that. And the reason why that has generated so much money for Matt is because people trust him, they like him, and he gives a totally honest opinion on whatever product it is that he's talking about. So affiliates is, again, you don't necessarily have to be a product-based business. You can sell products on behalf of other people if you have the audience. And this is, like I said, the monetization piece is easy, but it all boils down to the fact of how are you going to build that audience in the first place. And this is where it gets hard. This is the hard part. This is the part where it's a lot of time, a lot of work, and you have to literally give away great content for free in order for people to trust that you know what you're talking about. And that's, you know, we did that so well with our main business, you know, for thinking for nearly a year, we gave away everything for free. And that built us a great following where people could literally dip the toe in the water to see if we knew what we were talking about and build that trust. And it's just snowballed from there. But you do have to sacrifice that little bit in the early stages. Nobody says, I'm going to start making money online today and then starts making thousands of pounds on the first day. It doesn't happen. You need to build the audience over time. Now, the good news is that you can build your audience alongside doing whatever it is you may currently be doing. If you're in employment right now, your evenings and weekends can be spent writing blog content, putting together infographics or ebooks and giving them away for free in exchange for that email address and building that audience. If you've got something that you're passionate about and you know about and you want to share and help people, that is the key to doing it, is to give away your good content for free in order to win them onto your side and let people know that you know what you're talking about. That is the secret to making money online, is having an audience. And how do you build an audience? You give away great content. You let people get to know you. You let people trust you. And from there, there's so many avenues that you can explore. I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, let me know in the comment section down below and leave a like. Also, if you have any questions at all, anything I've covered, if you're thinking about getting started with trying to build an audience, let me know. And like I said, I don't want this to sound like like I said, I know right now I have 200 or so subscribers here on YouTube, but to put this in perspective, I have, along with the main business, we have an email list in the tens of thousands. That's the audience that we play with e-commerce and that side of the business. YouTube for me is not, I'm doing this to try and give value to you. I'm not looking to monetize YouTube right now. So don't take YouTube as my example. Instead, like I said, in the main businesses that I run, that is where we've seen great success in making money online through building an audience. So again, any questions you have, let me know down below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And yeah, with that said, I'll leave you to the rest of your day, and I'll catch you as always in the next video. And PS, that video I was talking to you about, Matt, is this one right here, or here. I'm not sure which side, but that's the one you need to check out. Catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.